In the discussion of geometry, understanding lines and points and angles, these are the building blocks of understanding geometry perfectly. And that is what we are going to do today, that we will learn a little bit more about lines and angles, okay? So just to recap, we have learned that when we say there are two lines, let's say line X and line Y, and this is my diagram number 1, okay? We say that two lines are said to be parallel if they do not meet, or in other words, if the distance between these two lines always remains constant, and this is distance t, okay? Such lines are called parallel lines. And if two lines are not parallel, that means at some point they intersect, such as the pair of line I'm showing here, line L and line M. When two lines intersect, that's where we start to understand or start to build the concept of angles. So with this intersection, what happens is that we get, first of all, a vertex. A vertex is a point of intersection, okay? So let us say that these two lines intersect and the vertex is O, okay? Now, with this intersection, we get to know few angles. And let's label these angles. There is angle 1 that is formed as L, O, and M, okay? And then there is angle 2, angle 3, and then we have angle 4. A property of two intersecting line is that we define a pair of angles such as angle 1 and angle 3, and then there is another pair, angle 2 and angle 4. Such pairs are called vertically opposite angles, and the property is that vertically opposite angles are always equal, meaning 1 is equal to 3 and 2 is equal to 4. Okay, and now let's prove why it happens that way. So if you remember the property of a line, that if you draw a line and then there is any point on this line and the angle formed by this line, the half circle, is equal to 180 degree, correct? Remember this property because this will help us understand this logic. So keeping this in mind, I can say that for the line M, angles are angle 1 and angle 2. They are around this vertex O. They are equal to 180 degree, correct? At the same time, if I now consider line L, it will tell me that angle 1 is added with angle 4 and that also becomes 180 degree because of this angle formed by line L, okay, around vertex O. Okay, now since these two angles are equal, or you can say that 1 plus 2 is equal to 1 plus 4, correct? And now we simply get rid of 1 on both sides. All you're left with is angle 2, which is equal to angle 4. And that is exactly what we stated here in this case. And likewise, you can find the same proof for the other angles, okay? So we can say that from here, when two lines intersect, we get two pair of vertically opposite angles. One pair is 1 and 3 and the other pair is 2 and 4, okay? So keeping this in mind, let us go to one quick example. So our example is that there are two lines and they are intersecting at some point, okay? And one of the angle is 40 degree, okay? We need to find all other angles in this intersection. So we need to find angle 2, angle 3, and angle 4. One is already given to us, okay? Now, since we know that these are two intersecting lines, I can easily say 1 is equal to 3, right? Because of vertically opposite angles. That means they both are equal to 40 degree. And at the same time, I can also state angle 1 plus angle 2. That makes 180 degree. All I do is I simply substitute this 40 here. That simply means to me that angle 2 is equal to 140 degree, which is equal to angle 4. So the moment you know one angle in two intersecting lines, you can figure out all other angles.